Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 110 Football pregame tailgate. We are here live. I'm Connor Kalopsis. With me is Max Bretos, JR, the Scarf himself, and Vince Rosa. Guys, there's a lot of people here today. What's the occasion?
Kind of a big deal.
It's a big game. That's why we got Max Bretos to make his 2020 debut.
Oh, yeah.
2020 debut.
Right.
A lot has changed. You guys are in the big time. Last time we did it with sticky tape and some mustard packets, and we made a show. We had one camera. You have like 8 cameras now.
Propped up your phone.
Propped up your phone, pretty much. Maxing and relaxing. My mom producing. It was great.
Wow. I like it.
It is a big deal, Connor.
It is a huge deal.
It's LAFC Galaxy plus Gareth Bale plus Giorgio Chiellini.
Yeah, even without the fanfare of Gareth Bale and Giorgio Chiellini, I will die on this hill. This is the biggest match in North America.
Yep.
Possibly a top 10 match around the world. I mean, this match, the way it's going to be watched, the way it's consumed, the way the fans get at it, it feels like everything that you see in all the places around the world where they've been doing it for hundreds of years.
Yep.
This has only been happening for just a little over 4.
And it's really the first sporting event to unite the city against each other. If you have a side in this, and look, Lakers, Clippers, or whatever they are, Clippers, you got to win a championship.
They ain't going this hard.
Talk to you.
No, there's no intra-city matchup bigger than
Not
this.
like this.
No, in
Not
any
like this.
pro sport, not in the NFL, not in the NBA. There are in soccer worldwide, Celtic, Rangers, River Plate, Boca. But when it comes to 2 teams in a city in the sport, this is it.
Well, everyone here is very excited. The environment here gets really electric. But I will say, both sets of fans, there's always a level of like anxiousness, right?
Yeah.
When
One word for it.
You always want to win, and I don't know. Every single game, it feels the same.
It's so unpredictable too. I think that anxiousness is about nerves because no one. If you predict the scoreline of any of these games, I want to meet you. I want to shake your hand.
Sure. Look, part of what makes this so exciting, what we get to do, other than Max's maiden voyage in 2022, it's you in the chat. That's right. Keep the chat going and get it live because we feed off of that. We want to hear what you have to say. Give us your thoughts. Give us your predictions. Give us your emojis. La Rosa Pants Co. in full effect today. So chat, liven it up. Let's get going. It's Derby Day.
Yeah!
I went all black because it's Derby Day, so the Pants Co. is not quite as stunning as it normally
I was almost there.
Wait, but before we get any further, just a quick PSA for all LAFC fans. When it's Derby Day, don't wear your LAFC away kits. Wear the black ones.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. What is this, amateur hour?
It's Blackout LA time. But as you mentioned, here's something that'll probably get the chat going, and Max alluded to it. As if this Derby match wasn't enough, there's a very important VIP here. And there he is. Gareth Bale arrived on that private jet, came through that nice terminal in LAX, and he's here on the ground at LAFC, walking through the locker room as you see him, getting to meet everyone.
Very comfortable arriving, no? It just looks like he's been there before.
I love that he comments that this dressing room is one of the nicer dressing rooms he's seen.
Right.
Wow.
A big deal from a guy that's been in a Real Madrid dressing room.
Look at that
places he's
starry-eyed
played.
looking, his face.
Oh,
But this
There
is
it
like
is.
one of the
There it
examples of, I think players from Europe sometimes underestimate the infrastructure we have here
100%.
in America for
Yeah.
sports. So
100%.
he's coming to the stadium, he's going to watch this game, and he's going to be impressed firsthand of not just the stadium, but the fan base.
And think of how many players who are coming here. But we had Kylian Mbappe. We had, who's the Manchester City midfielder from Belgium, whose name I'm escaping?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. He's seen a game here. The list
How
is
did you
long, and they're
forget
all.
De Bruyne's
I'm sorry,
name?
I did. But they look
God.
around because this is not reported where they live and play, and now they're getting to look at it, and that intel is going out, so it's huge.
It will be now. It will be now.
Yes.
I'm going to guarantee if Gareth had any second thoughts, they've all been wiped away after being able to see this. And then he's going to get to watch the match. But let's get into that match, and let's hear from 2 guys that are going to be taking part in it. It doesn't seem like Gareth will take part in the match. So let's hear from head coach Steve Cherundolo and Carlos Vela as they talk about this upcoming match.
We approach every game differently. And every game has its own story. And the team we field is the team we believe prior to the game, to the knowledge we have prior to games, that will give us the best opportunity to win and to continue playing consistently well in this league. After discussing and thinking about all of the factors that go into play. It is 90 minutes. It is a league game. There are 3 points into the game. If you look at it that way, it's like every other game. But, of course, it's not like any other game. It's a game that we desperately want to win for our fans. That's it. And the players know how to respond and what they need to do.
In the way we are right now, I think Steve is doing a really good job, and we are happy with him. And I think we are happy in the way we are in the table. But of course, it's the most important part of the year is coming, so we have to be ready for show like how good we are in tougher moments, and I think we'll be ready for that. When you have many years in the same team, sometimes you lose that challenge, or if you see the same faces every time, that motivation is hard to find it. So this year, with many changes and the way we are playing, we are in the first place, so all is in a good spot to really trust in what we are doing and get that motivation to really want to dream big. So in our head is first finishing the supporter shield and then win the championship. So that's our goals, and less than that will be a disappointing year for us.
There's the captain and the head coach. You can tell how serious they're taking this matchup. And let's just keep going here. Let's get right into the starting 11. I'm sure you guys are waiting to see who will be the 11 that takes on the Galaxy here at home. And it's Max Poe in goal. Ryan Hollingshead is at right back. Jesus David Murillo and Sebastian Ibiaga, who have been so great as of late, are going to be your center back pairing. Chiqui Palacios is back in the lineup. He's at left back. Your midfield, Kellen Acosta, Ilie Sanchez, and Jose Cifuentes. And up top, the captain, Carlos Vela, with Chicho Arango and Danny Musovski. So as you look at that 11...
And just Gareth Bale not on the bench. Giorgio Chiellini is on the bench.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. What
sorry,
from
Jeff.
the
Thanks
11
for cutting
and
him
from
off.
the bench. So those
Well, people were asking.
No, it's important. It's important to point out that Gareth Bale, he was on a plane all day. So to expect him to come off, although I still feel like he might be able to do something, probably a better idea to just let him get his legs underneath him, literally.
Yeah.
But as you said, Giorgio Chiellini on the bench. Any thoughts on if he plays and does he see significant minutes?
Well, this is an odd game for a player like him. Let's say we're winning 3-0 in the 80th minute. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't see a realistic reason for him to come in any other scenario.
It would have to be the right situation, but my gut says that he plays. He's put a full week in of training. His presence has been rubbing off, off the players, and certainly Steve Cherundolo. I think they find a way to get him in there. But again, it's going to be either for Jesus Murillo, Sebastian Ibiaga. If they're not picked up a yellow card or got an injury, it's going to be something against the flow. But I still think you might find Chiellini because of what he can do, helping the team get to the attack.
I just want to put this in the universe for the chat.
Yeah.
Just imagine Chiellini comes off the bench, last-minute header off a corner to win the derby.
He's been known to do things like that. He scores only important goals.
I am, first of all, still smitten with the fact that Giorgio Chiellini is in black and gold.
There you go.
That is all I need. But, Max, I think you hit the nail on the head. We've watched Jesus David Murillo play. There's a yellow card coming, most likely. So, that being said, 80th minute, 85th, maybe if we try to stretch it, and Murray's been playing on a yellow for a while, we get him out of there, we get Chiellini in, I go nuts. I stop anything else that I'm doing.
If we're going to do our bets later. Maybe you should have included Jesus Murillo gets a yellow card.
That would have been a great one.
Because that would have been probably a good one to get.
Yeah.
And that makes it easier for Chiellini. Not that we should wish for that, but something to keep an eye on.
Right.
I like it.
Absolutely.
Well, Max, you and I were talking off camera, and it's kind of a bummer that Brian Rodriguez is not playing here. It seems like every time it gets going a little bit, it's a setback. But, as I'm looking at the lineup, I'm thinking about Chicho and Danny and their chemistry, and then Carlos maybe filling into the kind of that number 10 role.
I was talking about
could be interesting.
The folks at Sirius XM FC today that maybe Carlos Vela as that number 10 is something that is used and sustainable throughout the season. Just to touch on the Brian Rodriguez situation, it's got to be frustrating for him. But it is, I know the fans are getting a little frustrated. We just hope he can get healthy and get a good run of games because when he's playing, he's a tremendous talent. But it's how Carlos Vela is used here, Connor, I think is the most exciting part about this formation because it's going to look a little different, especially when Gareth Bale gets here.
I like how you directly told me that.
I felt like we're handing a bucket of water to put a fire out.
He's just trying to tee you. He's just trying to give
you
you
just said you're
a
on
nice
fire, so that's
runway.
good.
So,
No,
me.
Don't do it. It's me.
but why are you giving me a runway?
He wanted you to comment on the
I wanted
lineup.
you to comment on
get back-
Carlos Vela.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you hit all the points.
Oh, okay.
I thought you ended it very well.
He is the voice of
Ah.
LAFC. Look, guys, we've been talking a lot about Gareth Bale, but in this week's In Touch with Steve Cherundolo, I had a chance to talk to the head coach about Giorgio Chiellini's first week at training. And then to honor Derby Week, we talked about the best in LA, which I think that this match tonight will settle for us. So check out In Touch with Steve Cherundolo. So last week, Giorgio Chiellini arrived. We had his press conference, but this week we've gotten to see him do the things that we're excited to see him do. He's in training, he's with teammates. How has he integrated himself with his teammates? And I know he comes from Juventus, so he's used to big pressure situations, but how is he getting ready for this big rivalry match, LAFC versus Galaxy?
This is a high-paced game and a tough game to play in, but of course he's ready for it. And we've spent the past couple of days, he as well, getting to know each other, the system, the players, their tendencies, and is trying to become a part of the group. That just doesn't happen overnight. That's been going very, very well, and I'm sure he will contribute to this group in the very near future.
All right, so that'll move us along to our theme. As I said, I'm clad in black and gold because it is a rivalry week. LAFC will host the Galaxy. And I think the theme this week, because when you think about a derby, it's all about being the best. Being the best against your closest opponent. So we're going to talk about best in LA. So this is going to be kind of a Steve's list of what are the best places in LA. So let's start with this highly contentious. So this will be interesting how you answer. Best burger.
In-N-Out.
Okay. Stock answer.
Hands down.
Okay.
I guess growing up in Southern California and spent some time abroad, I've come to appreciate In-N-Out Burger, and it's the best.
Best taco.
The little time I spent in Echo Park when I've moved to LA, I'm going to say Guisados.
Good choice. Excellent choice. What is your taco choice from Guisados?
I think just the carne asada is probably the best. There's also the, I'm going to blow the name, just the vegetable.
Green or red salsa?
That depends on what's inside the taco.
Okay, so carne asada, green or red salsa?
Green.
Okay. Best place to get maybe a bratwurst? German food? Have you found any good German food places out here in Los Angeles?
Yes and no. I haven't really looked. I've had my fill for 22 years, so I'm not exactly desperate for it.
But almost every episode we talk about a bratwurst or a good German beer. So
I know. We did find a place. It's the Red Lion Tavern.
Good celebration spot then.
It was awesome. Yeah, it's a great place. I highly recommend it.
Are we okay with the stock answer?
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If you come to Los Angeles, it's not my favorite hamburger, but you got to have an In-N-Out. It's an experience, right?
In-N-Out is where people who come here ask to go, not where Angelinos take people.
Right. I'm just saying it was about the best.
What's your go-to burger, since you seem so appalled by that answer?
You just fire up the grill at home.
Oh, I like it.
I like fat
That is
burger
a
with
great
a
answer,
fried
Vince.
egg on top.
Hi-Ho Cheeseburger, Santa Monica. Check it out.
Father's Office, decent hamburger.
Father's Office, great shout. I haven't been there in ages. I should go there now.
I'm a big health freak, so I like vegan, Impossible burgers.
Like Monty's Good Burger?
Sure.
Have you had a
Connor, I have
bratwurst at the
watched
Red Lion
you
Tavern?
eat on every single away days that we have had, and you've never eaten anything healthy.
No, all right, I'm going to switch
literally-
my answer.
We're
Jumbo Jack.
getting some good recommendations from the chat room, too.
Connor
Thickety
spits
going,
the
Paul's
vegetable
Place,
out.
best burger.
Paul's Place. I like it.
Yeah, I can
Place,
chew
okay.
it and then.
Mario likes the taco choice from Steve.
Do you guys like prizes?
We do.
Yes.
Do you like winning prizes? Do you guys like winning prizes? Well, you can, because here at 110 Football, we do this game called Players to Watch. If you're new here, I'll explain this game.
Fair.
You pick two players, one player from each game for this match, and based off of the MLS fantasy scoring system, you can win the prizes. So how do you play? Tweet at us, get at our Instagram post, or get in the chat with your two players, and you can win. Do we want to know what the prize is this week?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
probably, I will say, we've had
Normally
some
pretty
signed
good.
gear. We've had 110 gear, but this is the best prize yet. It's 2 tickets to a field suite for the July 29th home game versus Seattle. You can
This is your
be
view.
up close to this isn't
Right
virtual reality.
here.
This
is
looks
real
like
life.
virtual reality, so you're going to come to the stadium. You're not going to give them virtual
That
reality
actually
goggles.
really happened.
You can basically smell Chicho's hair gel.
How does it smell?
Not that
Slick.
good.
Not that
Not
good.
that good.
Oh, boy.
Well, maybe that's what keeps defenders off of him.
Oh yeah.
But guys, the only way for you to know if you've won is to join us for LAFC 360 on Monday. We will announce the winner at 1 p.m. And anyways, we're going to be breaking down this game in more detail. So you're going to be there. But I just want to remind you, you cannot find out if you won unless you watch. So the reminders are out there. You've been warned. You must join us if you want to win that great prize. And should we do it? Should
Let's
we
do
kick
it.
it off? Remember, guys, you got to beat us.
Yep.
So we will give out our picks. You have the advantage of seeing our picks and then picking something different if you'd like.
Yep.
And I'm going to start with you, Scarf.
Yep.
Who are your 2 players to watch for this match?
Look, mine's a little more outside the box first. Props to Daniel Angel on that comment in the chat.
Nailed it, Daniel.
Father's office there. There's an
He
actual
did
real
follow
answer.
up.
You gave it.
There you go.
I'm going with Chicho Arango for LAFC because he is still out to prove that he belongs in that starting 3 up top. Maybe not Brian Rodriguez, who won't even get a chance.
With Gareth Bale in attendance.
Right? To fight his battles for him. It's Brian's going to have to look on for this one. So Chicho, and I think it's going to be a big day for Chicho Arango. And look, I'm going to play the hot hand, right? So I'm the degenerate gambler of the group, so I'm looking for trends. Ryan Raveloson.
You outed yourself.
I did. Ryan Raveloson with a brace last match for the Galaxy. Maybe he finds a way. Maybe the Galaxy have figured something out with Raveloson, and I'm also trying to win, so I got to go outside the box. So Raveloson and Chicho are my 2 players to watch.
Remember, if you win, you're just denying someone the prize. You don't
Exactly.
get. Okay, you're a horrible person.
Yep.
Connor, your players to watch.
My players to watch. I usually just do the fun picks, kind of wing it, just go with my gut. But
Because you're going to be
today,
in the suite anyways.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't need the prize. But I will say that today I'm just going to go with the 2 best players on the field for this game, and that is Carlos Vela and Chicharito. I think that's my best chance at getting points today because I think both of them
You're
are
going to
scoring.
tie a lot of other people today.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They have to beat me.
But there are options. There are
If
options
they are,
here.
in fact, at the end of this game, the best players on the field, we will be privy to quite the game.
Yes.
Max Bretos.
I will go with Jose Cifuentes, who will be in the starting 11 as we saw, and Dejan Joveljic of the Galaxy, who we see is in the Galaxy 11 alongside Chicharito. So Galaxy are coming to score some goals. Joveljic, to me, you could argue, has been playing the best soccer he has since coming to Major League Soccer. They've been screaming for him to be in the 11. When he gets in there, he produces. Took the penalty last game out, not Chicharito. Also played very well against LAFC in that Open Cup game. He made a huge difference. They were finding it difficult to keep tabs of him. He's just living his best life right now for Dejan Joveljic. And Jose Cifuentes is rested, didn't play the Vancouver game. He was missed there. You go back to the Dallas game, I thought that was his best game of the season, had that great assist for Danny Masovsky. He's been pretty consistent as of late, which is something you couldn't have said about him maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. You can say it about him now.
Yep.
So I'm with Max on Dejan Joveljic. Greg Vanny has finally figured out he cannot keep Dejan Joveljic on the
Have
bench,
to play
even
him.
with Chicharito. I mean, I think right now he's on par with Chicharito, just on form alone. So Dejan Joveljic has been a great player. He's a guy that if he was on any other team, I'd love him.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
But he's on that team. And then for LAFC, I went with the captain. This is his game. He's Mr. Derby. As long as he plays and does not get injured, he's almost bound to have a goal or an assist in every single game he's played in. This is what he lives for. And on top of it, he signed my jersey after I bought that Carlos Vela jersey. So he's feeling good. He's
There you
feeling it.
go.
He's feeling it, and he's definitely in on this one. So Carlos Vela, Dejan Joveljic are the 2 for me.
He's doing it for you tonight.
What's up, Oscar?
We got to say hi to
What's
Oscar.
up, Oscar?
And he's in Oaxaca.
We got a Galaxy
Wow.
fan in the chat. Hi, Oscar.
I'll be at the
Welcome.
stank supporting the Galaxy.
Oscar, why don't you join us for our post game after when we take all 3 points, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Roberto, I have been to the Red Lion Tavern. I used to live in Los Feliz, so I logged some good time there. So great choice from Steve going back there.
So again, for players to watch, just make sure you get your picks on our Twitter, Instagram, or here in the chat, and you can win. What can you win?
You're going to tell
2
us.
seats for an LAFC field suite on July 29th against Seattle. Look, this is your view. This is real. You could be that close to your
That's
favorite
not back at
players.
the old Experience Center where you got to sit,
No.
pick
Wow.
your seat.
No, no,
These
no.
graphics are amazing.
That's
Hey, we had
The
two
old Experience Center's a
L.
Yeah.
Oscar. Yeah.
high-profile home games in the month of July, bookending it here against the Galaxy and on the 29th.
And is it fair to say that that Seattle game could possibly be Bale's first home game
yes.
Oh, yes.
at LAFC?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is very fair to say. So
Let's hope so.
you're going to want to win. And again, to know how, if you won, you have to join us Monday, 1 p.m., LAFC 360. We'll be breaking down this match anyways. But again, I have warned you, unless you join us, you will not know if you won, and you won't have a chance to sit with Connor and watch that great match. Right? Is that it?
I don't think I'll be there.
Oh, great. Great. Well, maybe
Whoops.
maybe for once you'll let me sit in the suite.
Yeah, maybe you will.
I'll join.
Forget it. Moving forward, we like games here, like players to watch. So we're going to play another game, and that's 110 football prop bets. JR, because you're the degenerate gambler of the group,
Thank you.
why don't you take it away?
I love
Yeah,
that
look,
you own it.
you have to own it, right?
He
Look,
knows. He's
You
self-aware.
gamble on every sporting event.
I have on occasion. Absolutely. Oh, there,
Wow.
there it is.
That sucks for you.
There. That's
Degenerate gambler.
Thank you to our graphics department back there. Appreciate that. Look, props are real fun because it makes you pick a side, right? Will this happen or won't it? Will this many happen or will it be fewer or more? You have to pick a side with these next 4 prop bets. And this is super fun because it tells you what you think will happen in the game. And what I like to do is to bet what I think I want to see in the match. This is going to be a lot of fun for us to go through these 4 props.
All right, so shall we start with the first bet?
Let's do it.
First team to score. Vince?
I'm going with LAFC. I just feel like this is their match. I feel like they've learned all their lessons from those previous 2. And this crowd, just Max and I got a chance to just kind of walk out in the field. There's an energy. It's palpable.
It's a good energy and it's a nervous, uncomfortable energy.
Yeah, both. And I think LAFC should embrace that. So they know that they need to score first. So I'd like to see them do that. And I'm going to pick them to do that.
I will say I love being here with you guys, but it's kind of sad because they're introducing Bale to the fans right now.
You can hear it in the PA announcer, and you're going to hear a big pop in a second because he's probably going to walk out.
Anyway, JR.
Look, it's going to be LAFC. We need to turn the tide at some point, and this is the match where we not just turn the tide in our slow starts this season, something Connor has talked a ton about here on the pre- and post-game shows, but this is where we turn the tide in the derby, in the rivalry. This is where we get out on the front foot and get that first goal, maybe even first 2 for LAFC today.
I'm going to be pretty straightforward because you guys have all made pretty good points. It's going to be LAFC. If you're at the roulette table and it comes up red twice in a row, you bet on black the next time, right? So
I like it.
The first 2 matchups, Galaxy scored first. The law of averages say LAFC will score first. I think they're due and they're playing better first halves anyway.
I hear a chant coming from the bank that says a certain word, the Galaxy. So on that note, I'm going to say LAFC is going to score first. All right, moving on to the next bet. We have over under 3.5 yellow
Good stat,
cards.
Micah, by the way. That's good.
It's a rivalry. These teams don't like each other. I think Steven Beitashour said it so eloquently after the first one. We hate them, they hate us, and we're okay with that.
Absolutely. If we have an open cut match this year with 14 yellow cards, what do you think is going to happen in the Clásico Angelino? We are absolutely going over the 3.5.
By the way, when we walked out there, you see Raheem, speaking of intense, walking by. I was going to say something to him, but he looked like he was locked in. But
You should have said something to him.
he was kind of far away. He was doing his thing. He was going through his paces. Good guy when he was here, but now he plays for the other team. But I agree with you guys. It's going to be over, not by a lot. I don't think it's going to be a cynical game. I think these teams will get their rhythms. But regardless of the ref, that's pretty much 3.5 looks like they're tempting you, right?
Well,
they're saying,
you
come
said
on.
It's only 2 on each side, right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
4. I'll set it at 4, which gets you over.
I agree. It's going to be over. Moving on to the third bet. Over under 6.5 saves.
Over.
Yeah?
Giorgio Chiellini said it so eloquently. He's used to rivalry matches being 1-0, and there's been something like 50 goals over the span of 15 matches.
Right.
He said that doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. And just another reminder why this is a top 10 rivalry in the entire world. It's because there's goals, baby.
Absolutely right. I'm going over because LAFC is going to wear their shooting boots today, and I think they are going to put it on Jonathan Bond. Look, Bond has proven himself to be a very good goalie in Major League Soccer. He is going to need to be up to the task today because he is going to find a lot of challenge inside that 18-yard box.
Again, they're trying to tempt you to go over, but this time I think I'll go under. I think there's going to be a lot of good attacking sequences. Gilt-edge chances, not as much. Maybe hits a poster or crossbar, which doesn't count as a shot. Maybe it whizzes just over or wide. I think there's going to be a lot of offense. I think it's going to be economical when it comes to goals and shots on target.
So for the final and fourth bet, we have over or under 7.5 minutes of stoppage time.
There's no reasoning for this. I just went under.
This is just a
It
fun
seems
one.
like a lot. I mean,
Yeah, I'm having better's remorse on my under, but under.
Max?
Which was the under on which one?
7.5 minutes of stoppage time.
Oh, I'm going over.
displayed.
Yeah,
I'm going
displayed stoppage time.
Displayed.
right?
I think you get 2 in the first. You probably get 4. So you hedge your bets here, and 7.5 seems doable.
What do you got?
I got over. It's
Over?
going to be crazy.
Yeah. Crazy's good.
So Scarf, why don't you tell everyone about the parlay?
All right, look, the way you can win more money is by grouping some of these prop bets together. And what we make you do here on 110 Football is also tie it to the score, the result of today's match. So we're going to take 2 of these props, pair it with the score, the result of today's match, and let's see how we do. The only problem is if you miss one, you lose the whole thing.
Well, Connor, your parlay's up first.
My parlay's up first. Okay, I have LAFC winning 3-1. It's going to happen for all you Galaxy fans in the chat. Just watch me. Over 3.5 yellow cards, and then LAFC are going to score first. Easy.
Me?
No, I'm up.
Okay.
I went ahead with LAFC scoring first, I think the yellows is a slam dunk, so over on the yellows. And then I'm going 2-0. Maxime Crepeau shuts out the Galaxy, and we all go home happy.
They just introduced Gareth Bale.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
Just erupted.
I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Wish we could see it, but we're here with you guys.
Max, it's now your turn.
I'm going to go with LAFC winning 3-1, scoring first, obviously, so that'll be the first part. And stoppage time, I like that 7.5-minute number in a game like this. We saw it go way over. Displayed even and not displayed in the first game there at Dignity Health Sports Park. I feel pretty confident. Combined, we'll get 8-9 minutes.
Yeah, look, I like to bet things that will or that I think will happen. So I'm going my 2 overs. I'm going over on yellows and I'm going over on saves with a 2-1 scoreline. Sorry, Max, but Maxime, I should say. I think there's going to be one getting past you, but I think it's going to be late.
He won't
LAFC,
care as long as he takes the 3 points.
Absolutely. 2-1, LAFC, both overs.
All right, guys, we're getting close to kickoff. This is the moment in the dressing room where Steve is giving his final instructions, and we like to do the same, although the players will not be listening to ours. It's called Shoot Your Shot.
How do you know they're not all watching this in the locker room?
Wouldn't that be something?
Somebody is on their
but
phone.
Max, you are up first. What is your advice to the guys?
My advice to the guys, and Steve Cherundolo talked about it in the sound that we played you earlier in the show, is play this game like it's not the Galaxy. Everyone wants this real badly. Everyone grips, and the emotions get the best of LAFC. You saw it etched on their face in the first 2 meetings, particularly in the Open Cup game, which kind of snuck up on them. So it is the Galaxy, but play it where you release your emotions, where you're not grinding too much, where you can get into the rhythms, and you don't get too nervous or caught up on the fact that this is the LA Galaxy you're playing against, because if you do let that get to you, it's going to get the best of you. It's got to be free. You've got to look like you're playing FC Dallas. You got to look like you're playing the Red Bulls or Colorado. It's got to feel liberated.
I wouldn't mind if we played a little bit like FC Dallas, who trounced the Galaxy at home. Scarf, you're up.
Yeah, look, I'm almost on the opposite side of that, actually. I want LAFC to take the fight to the Galaxy. The Open Cup match was infuriating. It was frustrating. But what I hope it did is I hope it lit a fire under the black and gold. Those men that are going to be out there, the 11 on the pitch and the gentlemen on the bench, they need to take the fight to Carson from minute 1. No more losing 50-50 balls. No more losing balls in the air. We need to treat every ball, every possession, every second of this match like we are the ones supposed to be out on the front foot from minute 1. Take the fight to them.
Can I answer? Jesse's in the chat room. He says, do the games always start at 7? No, this one's starting at 7. I think the last game we had was at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's normally later.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting
7:08 actual
7:08 kickoff. My shot is this. The scoreline is the only thing that matters. I feel like I've walked away from too many of these games saying, well, LAFC played well. They really had a shot to win. They probably should have won. Tired of it, guys. So only thing that matters is getting the ball over the line and stopping the other team from getting the ball across your line. And I don't care how you do it. I don't need it to be pretty. It could be the ugliest 2 own goals and a 2-0 victory that you've ever seen, right? But LAFC needs, it's kind of an amalgamation of your guys' thing. It's like, just get in there, get dirty, treat it like another game, and understand it's not about being pretty, it's about 3 points.
So I'll keep my shot short and sweet. Guys, please score first. Get it out of the way. Don't let these minutes tick on and give Galaxy the opportunity to score before us. Get there. Offense is the best defense. Just please. Carlos, I'm
my favorite.
I'm
That's my favorite cliche ever.
Begging again?
It is, really. No, you score first. You get the momentum. You don't have to worry about Maxime getting a big save. If
I'm not
you
worried
score more
about that
goals.
cliche. I'm worried about you begging your players to.
I'm begging you, Carlos. I'm begging you.
A little pathetic.
I don't care. I don't care. I own it.
If it works,
I will say really quickly before we get into the schedule, someone in the chat said there's a reason there's a bunch of Galaxy fans here in the chat. It's because Galaxy doesn't have an awesome pregame show.
They don't
like
have
110
any of
football. Anyway, we have a big week
You're welcome
here
here
on 110 Football. First up on Monday, join us for LAFC 360 at 1 p.m. We'll talk everything El Tráfico, then Angels Wear Boots at 4 p.m. Great. And then July 17th, again, another watch party. It'll be Rock and Riley's. Come join us or join us virtually. It will be at 4:55 p.m. on LAFC and 110 Football's YouTube channel. Oh, yeah.
That's it. All right,
That's it.
We're going to get out of here. You guys can switch it over to ESPN or ESPN Deportes, or maybe even listen to Dave Denholm on ESPN Radio. But kickoff's moments away. Don't forget, we will be back, though, for postgame, and you can join us. So if you're in the stadium, or even if you're just nearby, come on by, hang out with us. We'll either be celebrating or we'll kind of drown our sorrows, but you guys can have your say.
Bring some in and outs.
So right out in front of HQ.
Let's get crazy.
Let's get crazy.
Thank you guys for
Hey,
watching.
it's about to get crazy.
I'll see you guys after
Daniel
a
loves
win.
the 110
It's time.
football music. Who does it? Let's get hyped.
Time. Right now.
Now, traffic go.
We do
3-1.
run deep.
See you
We
after
do
the
run
match,
deep.
guys.
Imagine when Bale and Rodriguez are ready to go.